How's it going, everybody? I'm doing the giant ground sloth. I'm Andrew Bishop. So, the giant ground sloth was primarily found in South America, with its fossil evidence discovered mainly across the southern continent portion, in Chile and Argentina, and a little bit of Brazil and Peru, but the research article I chose specifically mentions the North American ones. So the peer-reviewed article I chose is titled "The Oldest Known Record of a Giant Ground Sloth, Mammalia Xenartha Folivara from Hispaniola, Evolutionary and Paleobiographical Implications," and discusses the discovery of the oldest known ground sloth fossil. And said fossil consists of the partial tibia, right here, partial tibia, and scapula. And it dates back to the late Miocene, early Pliocene period, which is approximately 5 million years ago in the Dominican Republic. So the morphology of these tibia in sloths is influenced by functional and phylogenetic factors, resulting in wide array of forms due to the range of locomotion modes within the different sloth suborders. So it also supports the theory of continuous sloth habitation in the Greater Antilles since around that time period. Now, the giant ground sloth belongs to the order of Pilosa, which also includes modern sloths and anteaters. Within Pilosa, it falls under the suborder of Folivora, or what we know as sloths today. And they're distantly related to those tree sloths. While initially thought to be herbivores, they're more of thought to be take your resources where you can, and supplement your diet, balance it out between the leaves and the meat. Get it where you can and when you can, because they had the materials to do so. They were as big as an elephant. They had the claws bigger than my head, and they could stand up to be almost as tall as a giraffe. So there's a good image to show you. The fossil remains that have been found include partial skeletons, skulls, limbs, vertebrae, isolated bones and teeth, footprints, trackways, and these provide really good look into what their life was like back then. And finally, fossilized dung or poop, which helps also show what their diet was like as well. And the first scientifically documented fossil was discovered in Argentina around 1788 by a botanist, and Georges Cuvier, I believe I pronounced that right, who was a pretty well-respected naturalist at the time, used anatomy of other animals to sort of narrow it down and correctly identify it as a giant ground sloth. And I believe this is the right fossil, but I'm not 100% sure. And there are my resources. Thank you for watching.